You know, an amazing skill to have is being able to react without being too emotional. So, what that requires is being loose on your feet. Being loose on your feet, not getting too emotional, being able to assess a situation and learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn from every single lesson. And I credit my progress, my fast progress so much to that, to being able to not get too emotionally involved into something so that I can actually learn lessons. And I think what the reason I started doing that was relationship issue. You know, understanding that I didn't really know what it took to have a strong, solid relationship, or it just wasn't the time for me. So I began to emotionally detach from that outcome, which allowed me to emotionally detach from a lot of outcomes, like from whether it's social media related, whether it's business related, whether it's physique related. I'm detached from the outcome and super in love with the process. And the only reason I've been able to do that is because I remain in this state of equanimity, which should be the goal, is equanimity, which is, but whether you're getting a negative frequency from someone else, a positive frequency from someone else, neutral, you always remain in a neutral state. Being able to assess a situation from a neutral and objective point of view and give either good advice, learn what you had to learn, be able to move forward with a sense of caution, but also a sense of wisdom and grace, right? And that's only achieved with this state of equanimity, which, like I said, should be the goal, but the only way that you can get there is if you've done so much work on yourself that you understand how you usually respond to most situations. And now that you understand how you usually respond to most situations, when the situation comes, like a familiar one, you remember how you reacted last time, and you know how you can improve on this interaction, right? And that starts with these interactions with yourself, with this self-talk that you have with yourself. For example, the example that I always give, is when that alarm goes off in the morning and you're tired and you don't want to get up, and you tell yourself, I've woken up 4 days in a row early. I only got 5 hours of sleep. I'm just gonna snooze it and it's gonna be all good. 15 minutes. And then you end up sleeping an extra hour or two. You wake up feeling like shit. You regret it, and you know you shouldn't have done that. So what you're supposed to do is assess that situation and recall that when the alarm initially went off, you told yourself, you remember exactly what you told yourself, which in this example, it was, oh, I've woken up 4 days in a row, only 5 hours of sleep. I can take 15 more minutes. No, you can't. You took an extra hour, 2 hours. So now the next time when you wake up, next time when the alarm goes off and it's early, it's have woken up a couple days in a row. You only got 5 hours of sleep. And you tell yourself that same thing where you're like, oh, I've woken up this many days in a row. I'm super tired. 15 more minutes. You remember what you said last time. You remember, and now this time you get better, you don't fall into that same trap, and you get up anyways. And you can, once you start to master that within yourself, once you start to master your own self-talk and your own situations and interactions with yourself, you can then master these interactions and situations with other people or other things, inanimate objects, right? In these or these other processes, when it comes, especially weightlifting is such a good example. Or building a physique is such a good example, because there's so many times when you don't want to do it. There's so many times you don't want to eat healthy. So many times you don't want to work out, right? So many times you don't want to do that little extra work, that extra cardio. But when you detach from that outcome and begin to actually, go all in on it and then see the results, you're learning a very important lesson there. And if you can apply that to all these other areas of our life, whether it's our relationship, whether it's our school, whether it's our business, whatever it may be, you're gonna make so much more progress. And that's what the message is here today, right? Understand and master that state of equanimity. Be able to tread lightly, right? Be light on your feet. I like that example. Be light on your feet. Don't get too emotionally attached to anything, to be honest. Unless it's in your own head and you're emotionally attached with yourself and your own thoughts and you're trying to discover a lesson. But besides that, don't get too emotionally attached to a situation with someone else. Don't get too emotionally attached to an outcome with weightlifting, with business, with grades. Just get emotionally attached to the motherfucking process remain objective, learn the lessons, make more progress than anybody else in our motherfucking generation. Because none of you guys, no one that I fucking know, can do this shit every day. Every fucking day. And if you can master this every day, because let me tell you, one thing that a mentor told me, successful people, you don't know if they're going through something or not. Because they do it every single day anyways. And that's where I'm at right fucking now. No one fucking knows, no one will know, because I'm gonna keep showing up because I love you guys. Hope you guys like this video, and let's fucking work.